Well, this is a team battle Lee Sin, and right off the bat I'll tell you this game was pretty much a stomp, so you're gonna be expecting to see that. First things first, the runes for Lee Sin: 15 attack damage, reds and quints, armor yellows, and flat energy blues. Blues you can do whatever, but this allows me to do my full combo. This is something I prefer. With the masteries being 2109, as you'd see on a lot of champions. This mostly works because he doesn't have, mana or anything really useful in a bunch of other trees. And this allows me to be most aggressive and take advantage of the Doran's Blade build. Anyways, upon looking at the loading screen, I'm like, my opponent is a Mumu, and their team doesn't have that strong of level 1. Plus, they have no exhaust. We could go for a level 1 invasion, but I'm not sure about my team's ability to do that. Like, on coordination, we're not really invent here, except a couple people. Seeing as it's a Mumu, I'm going to decide just to counter jungle him, and they don't really have a strong level 1 team to force us out. So, I'm going to test this on Mumu. We have clairvoyance and they don't, so we'd have the upper hand as well. In this case, when it comes to team fights, my team should be a lot more superior as long as we don't lose to the laning phase and let them snowball. Their team fight presence isn't that great. Outside of, good initiation, their damage is, a lot of it is single target, and Heimerdinger doesn't really do a lot in a team fight. I'm not saying he's bad, he's just unique. Anyways, I'm going to be trying to do this team battle almost in one take, so you may hear weird sounds and whatnot. Anyways, right off the bat, I'm buying Doran's Blade and head off to the enemy jungle. There's nothing the Amumu can really do to stop me, or at least I believe. And I don't pick a skill yet. I pick a skill when I know I know nothing's gonna go down. Anyways, first thing I notice is the Amumu starts off with the regrowth pendant, but he also doesn't have any bodyguards. I'm questioning where he's gonna start off with, but if he's gonna start off blue, he's gonna need a bit of niche. Yeah, no one's at blue still. Anyways, I kill his small golems easily, no one catches me. And I head off to the enemy raids. But there, when I get there, I notice one thing: they're gone. This means the enemy Amumu started off at raids and is likely at the enemy wolves. So he's doing the superior mini creep path. However, he's already screwed because I took small golems. So I'm just gonna clear my side of the jungle and as quickly as possible, because if you find out you're counter jungled, the smartest thing you can do is counter jungle the opponent back. Anyways, I'm at half health. I'm almost to level 4, so I just decide to go in for a damage gank. I'm pretty sure I can't get a kill, but I'm just gonna punch them a few times and hopefully burn a summoner or something. And that's what actually happens, though one of my teammates also burns a summoner. They burned, Heimerdinger burned 2 summoner spells, so that was successful and I at least some experience. And then I catch a Mumu ulting in my jungle, just as I said, and just as I thought. He wanted to counter jungle me. As a response for counter jungling him, I scour my jungle and he's not there, so I just ignore it. Same deal here. I kill my small golems. The Ashe is overextended. For one thing, I'm questioning why I let her solo by herself, and why is she overextending. So I'm going to go in for a damage gank. Like, you see, I start off with E and then go in for Pain. She burned all her summoner spells, so now she's got absolutely no defense for any upcoming ganks. And even against Malphite, she can't overextend or she's going to take a beating. So I go in the enemy jungle and steal his small golems, because they respawn, and I'm trying to keep this Amumu down. Ashe decides to not be careful, so it just makes an easy game for me. Luckily, or unfortunately, my Annie got the first blood before I did. It would have been such a great thing if I did that. I'd be able to buy another Doran's Blade or get, fruits and boards and stuff. Anyways, we take down the enemy turret to about 1/5 of its health. That's quite a lot in this early game. I grabbed blue, and I could have donated blue, but my energy actually will recover faster with this. I can spam more and do combos. And now I'm heading to gank Veigar, but I catch a Moo in his jungle, and poor guy's dead. That was just very unfortunate, I found. So now I'm gonna scour his jungle again and look for something to do. But you know, Ashe is missing, so I lay a ward there just in case I get, you know, so someone tries to gank me in the jungle, I can use it to escape and know if they're coming to that intersection. Anyways, before I were to leave this, Ashe makes herself visible again at top lane, and I go in for damage. My ultimate isn't up yet, so I can't really go for a kill. I don't really get to do much. Anyways, here both me and my Malphite teammate are gonna do something stupid. I wanted to destroy the turret by just destroy it, take it down, but he decides, because she is damaging me quite some, to initiate the fight, and I get greedy and follow him in there. Like, at first I said no, this is a bad idea, but since he's not gonna leave, I decided to go in and finish it. However, that results in both our deaths, and I lose my double buffs. That was a really bad mistake from both of our parts. He started it though, so I don't feel as bad. Now let's see. I go do my red. I go do my small raids and get the rogues. So far, I have. Well, let's see. I'm going to try to gank the enemy Veigar, and I run into the enemy Amumu. I miss my skill shot, so there's really no follow-up, so I can't really do anything here. But Veigar is, you know, my Annie can destroy this Veigar. So I try to get behind him by going to the enemy, to an enemy minion, and then just kicking his face into a wall, sort of like a pseudo stun thing, so my Annie can finish him off. Yeah, we get 2 kills because the enemy Amumu tries to kill us both. He was almost successful in killing me though, but you know, I got off just in time with my W. Anyways, meanwhile nothing happens, I should tell you what I'm doing with my build. I have 2 Doran's Blades, I have a Giant's Belt, and I just bought a Ruby Crystal. Now, this can go 2 ways. I can build a Frozen Mallet, or I can build a Warmox, depending on what I think is, you know, the right choice. And, oh yeah, in this part right here, I just, you know, dive the Ashe, and she's just gonna get obliterated. Dead Ashe. Kick that Ashe. Anyways, scour the enemy jungle. Steel is red. There's literally nothing he can do. By this point, I'm just scouring the land. And my teammate just killed Veigar. Anyways, as I was talking about, I may build Warmogs and then build an Atmogs and Taylor later. This is what I end up doing in this game. But I could have built Frozen Mallet if I wanted to. Frozen Mallet is also a good thing on Lisa. As far as, you know, my skill order is, I get one of every skill at level 3, starting with W, then E, then Q. Then max out Q first, and then max out W. Now, some people may wonder why not just build Trinity Force or Bloodthirster or something. Lee Sin's base damage on his abilities, especially his Q, are high enough that you can go through mid-game with just defensive items. And then Atmogs Impaler makes, you know, your defensive items, converts that power into offense. So it's a good trade. I mean, it's a good investment, man. Anyways, here I land a good skill shot of Veigar. He's gonna get killed. His teammate misses his bandage toss in a really weird way, and then Wukong just, you know, initiates on the wrong person. He's gonna get himself killed. We pick up 2 good kills on this one. Easy escape. Now, Amumu goes back to mid and he's overextended, so let's just loop around, and he hasn't bought any wards. Like, easy kill for me again. As I said, this is pretty much a stop. I do plan on uploading more Lee Sin videos because I love playing Lee Sin so much. Let's see. What other little thing I can mention? Alright, I have tons of gold. I could buy a second Warmox if I wanted to. Anyways, the enemy is backing off. This just means they have, you know, they have ward. There I was hoping to be able to get Heimerdinger on my Q and toss him back to my Annie, but I got in there a little too late. So, Right now, I'm suspecting the enemy teams and Veigar is no longer meant to be coming top to help him, and there he shows up. However, I did my combo incredibly wrong. I double Q'd quickly enough, too quick. If I had Q'd him and then done other abilities, I would have been able to do the dive kick after the stun had worn off. So that was my mistake right there. I go check the enemy jungle. I know the red is gonna spawn soon. So I want it. I don't want to keep it from them. And there's 3 top, but there was one mistake from my part. The minion line saw me, so they know I'm still around here. And I'm pretty sure they know that I want the red. So the enemy Amumu and the enemy Ashe are coming to fight us, and I'm staying back because this is a really bad idea. And they get themselves initiated on. There's nothing I can do against 4 people. So, especially since I missed my skill shots, so I'm just gonna make just escape. However, though, they don't seem to be chasing or doing anything except going top, so I resume my theft of red. Red is mine once more. I wanted to gank this Veigar, but he's easily gonna escape using that. This is where I learned something neat. I just, I wasn't gonna catch him, but I learned you can, dash to the Timu mushrooms. It's like, oh, this is good to know. Why didn't I try it before? So I steal blue for my teammate. I think it's Danny who gets it. Yeah, Annie got it. We haven't really done dragon. I'm like, that's probably one of my biggest flaws as a jungler, is that I get too caught up on trying to kill the enemy jungler. I sort of wait till my teammates try doing dragon. And there's times where I say, hey, get dragon right off the bat, but usually I'm a little paranoid about it because I can't always trust my teammates, but I should trust these people. They're nice, they make me happy, they sing songs about classicals and pennies. Alright, here comes the first team battle, the actual team battle. I get Ashe, and since she's target number 1, I annihilate her, but my team gets initiated on and picked off. Although they do get off their respective ultimates and uses, so just the Malphite and myself just cleaning the house. This is one of the things I love about Lee Sin. His E reveals stealth targets, so it's kind of fun when you see a Wukong just disappear with a little clone thing. It's like you smash the ground immediately, you reveal him, catch him, and kill him. Especially if he was trying to trick you with any BS. Anyhow, this basically means we've won the game. They couldn't deal with us in a team fight, and they're gonna surrender. So it was a stop. But if you saw the early game, how I just didn't stop moving and just kept doing something, that's kind of how Lee Sin works. Just keep moving, keep hurting people, don't stop. He's all about control. He's all about dashing around and jumping around. Lee Sin. I will send out more videos since this wasn't too entertaining. Anyhow, when I start to fight with the enemy Wukong, he escapes and I just don't bother. He has Lantern and red is up. I'm pretty sure he's gonna try to do his red, and I just decide to go after him. Like, yeah, he's doing red, and he's not gonna give it up. He should have just run. And because of that, I'm just gonna murder him. Easy as hell. Anyways, the enemy Amumu's coming to me, and I'm like, if I were to actually stay and fight, I would murder him. But, his team could be nearby. So Malphite and I decide to pick on him. We get him down really low. He ends up wasting his ultimate, which is a bad thing to do. And the Malphite decides to keep going for it. Like, I pick it up, and he's gonna get butchered. Enemy Veigar misses stun, and I flee. It's basically clean up here, and they're gonna choose to surrender. This game is over.